And so how we can create a form to enter data into the customer. So highlight the table you want to create the form. Okay, have a to create and the form. Okay, so form design, there are different type of form. So I'm going to use the form wizard. It means it's a simple way or use a form wizard. And you can see it's showing all of the tables. And right now I only have one. Okay, but later after you add the other tables, you have a list. So you choose the tables you want to create the form. And because this is a new form, I'm going to select all of the attributes or data fields by using the double arrows. If you don't need all of them, you can use select the individual ones, use the single arrows. But I'm going to select all of them. Next, use the column bar or is a default. I'm using the default. And what title do you want to call your form? Okay, I will add a form so it's different from my table name. Form will be a separate object in the database later. Okay, so open the form to view. If you don't want to do modifications, right, so you can directly finish. Or if you want to check the design view of your form, you can click on this and you can finish. It's not really finished, but it's really showing it's like the format, right? So you can change the size and adding some, like, okay, make it like customize, or adding some picture or icons or change the color of the forms. So design view of the form. You always can change again, or you change the form views from here. So form view, layout, or design view. I believe this is the design views. And even you can remove some of the fields I don't want. For example, I think the first name is too long. You can see I can really adjust it. Oh, sorry, here. So I can do this. Okay, one by. You need to see. Yeah. Weight is become like an arrow. Okay, like the size. So you can do this one by one. Okay, I don't like this too long. So address probably I need a longer, right? So like a longer space. And zip code will be short. And then the email can be a little bit longer. I will leave it. And you can select different color palette. Okay, I want something bright. And you can add labels, buttons. So people probably can select a like button. So for example, like put a button somewhere. Okay, I haven't really tried about this. Okay, like insert a image or even charts your company logo, right? So I don't have anyone, but it's something you can format. Okay, make your firm look better. Okay, look prettier. And even we can see here navigation control. Okay, and option group and insert page break. Okay, like those are what lines. But you can add something, okay, by yourself, for example, like this. Okay, I can add a line here. Okay. But just like showing the ways, okay, now we can go back to the form wheel. Okay, this is how you are going to see as a user. Okay, we can input the data. Now let's try to input our first data. I don't have any other thing. Just to remember is 6 digits. Also, I will use 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. Okay, you can use your own numbering system. Okay, not really need to follow me. And first name, I will just put like so Nori. Okay, like Kevin. Last name like John.
I have a question, Miss Professor?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So when we're doing this, all of the information is something that is hypothetical. It's information that we make up and put in ourselves, or
Oh yeah,
is
yeah.
that
The data will be like you can make like I wouldn't really ask you a lot. So probably maybe five. Five for each of the tables will be enough.
and this is on the homework, correct?
Is not really in the homework or assignments. Is really the in the ebook in the text in chapter 6, the text itself. Not really in the after. Is not really homework or problems. Is only like I have the page, so it's in the reading parts. If you start your smart book, you should be able to know it.
Okay.
Mm. And I will just use okay some like not really. I'm just showing you the other. So how the data will get into the system. So annoying. This X. Oh, you just use also XX. But a customer state, right? Remember I chose a. So you can see they must choose from the buttons, and it's showing the zip code. So I will use 07 from here, like 77004 and 3939 and email. Okay. So, but when you input your data, okay, just make sure you follow the rules, and that's the number one. And then if you move, see here down the arrows, that's how you move to the second record. Okay. And so you can move to the second, you can enter a new one. Okay, but I'm going to show you how the data will flow into. So when you keep the form open, right? So when you keep the form open, if you open your window, oh, it's already there. That's cool. But if you don't see the data immediately goes to the table, so click probably close. If you have your I remember if you have your table open and the form open, the data wouldn't get into the table directly. You need to close the table, then reopen it. You would be able to see the data. So for example, let me make a second one. Okay, you see what I mean. For example, I'm going to make a second, okay, 10002. Okay. And I just use whatever, okay, I'm showing here. Like here, like this is Houston and state. Also, I choose Texas. And if it's not required, I can skip. You can see that's how I can define. If it's not a required field, you make it optional, people can skip it. Okay, but again, I probably you don't want any of them to be skipped, then you can require them in the field properties when you design the attributes. So again, after I enter this, I move to the third record. Now I see my customer table, right? So you think I don't have the second record. You may ask, oh, what's happening? The data is not in. The problem, you have the opening table. So let's close this and then reopen the table. You see the second record got captured. Okay, that's a trick because sometimes when people enter 10 data, like 10 records, they don't see anything in their table. They got scared. So they ask me, oh, what's happened? And that's kind of a trick. Okay, so when if you want to see your data, so make sure the table was closed before or close it and reopen, you can see your data. So this is really the nice thing. The data normally don't go to the table directly, but through the forms. Okay. And after I finish, I can close. You can continue. Okay, number 3 and number 4, and save. The customer, the firm, I need to save that also. So now you can see I have 2 objects. Okay. Table, form. Remember, you also have queries and reports. And then the remaining of the assignment will be you finish the other 6 tables, like similar, like create, right? So another table, but this time will be you can follow the like sales or inventory or cashier. I probably will do it anyway. I will do it as a demo, but it will be later after after you handle the midterm. I will record the remaining of the demo for the assignment. Then you can follow with me to complete over the spring break. But this is just for today. Questions?